Hello. Oh, still getting used to this format, everybody. Welcome. My name is Katie. I'm the founder of Wellness Collective, and I am running these free Fitness Fridays. So every Friday at noon Eastern, I'm here to meet you on the mat, take you through a full body workout. Again, I'm a workplace wellness consultant, but I've been in the group fitness and personal training industry for decades. My specialization is really in working with all fitness levels. Also, specializations in mobility and balancing strength and mobility. I have the ability to progress and regress workouts very easily using body weight and little to no equipment. So that's desirable to a lot of the groups that I work with who are trying to get folks moving and exercising right within their workday. And that's what we're doing here today. So sometimes I'll film from my home gym. If you've seen any of the other live streams that are archived, sometimes I'm in the home gym leading you through the workout. But sometimes I'm going to pop into my office like I am today. So that way you can see that these workouts really can be done anywhere. I mean, maybe you have a private office where you simply roll out a mat and you can get your workout in. Maybe you have a conference room you can sneak into. Maybe you have an on-site fitness center where you work and you can simply take your phone down with you and follow along with me to do this workout. Maybe you can invite a colleague or a friend. And again, these get archived. I do have other fitness classes available. We primarily travel on site to workplaces to lead a variety of health, fitness, safety, and well-being programs. But we do a lot of virtual work as well. So this is how we can really reach a global audience with the workplace, as we can hop on a Zoom or Teams or now this platform. So I'm going to invite you to get your space set up. I need to get my space set up. I keep complaining that YouTube doesn't allow me to see my view until I go live. So sometimes I have to tweak the setup a little bit so that it works for what I need to see. And what else? You will need ideally a mat that just gives you good traction so you're not sliding around. Unless you've got a gym floor, you might not find that you need a mat, but a mat is recommended. What else? Dumbbells, if you have them. If you do not have dumbbells, I will do my best to give modifications. We're not going to use dumbbells for every exercise. And sometimes when folks are just getting started, they want to sort of rehearse the exercise before they add load. And you'll notice sometimes I wear tennis shoes, sometimes I don't. There's a lot of benefit to actually training what we call barefoot, or in my case, sock-footed. Really good for the foot and ankle anatomy. And stream whatever music you like. Due to music licensing, I cannot pump in a killer playlist, and everyone has different music preferences anyways. So I would invite you to play music that really gets you going. The drag for me is I don't get music, but that's okay. I'm coaching, I'm teaching. And so with that, let's set up our spaces, and then I will get us kicked off. That looks pretty good. I am realizing, though, that I don't have my mic set up today. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking is what that tells me. So I am going to move this device closer. I'm also going to have to really project. That was a faux pas on my part. So we're going to improvise and hope that this produces an okay quality video. So if anyone is here listening now and could give me real-time feedback on just how good or bad the audio is, that would be amazing, because I totally spaced on the microphone today. Let's see. I might be able to move this even closer. We're just really going to hope that this audio works out, and I'm probably going to have to project like a boss. All right, we're going to try. So from here, we're going to get warmed up with a stationary squat and overhead reach. So we'll reach down to the ground, reach up overhead, and sinking into the heels on the squat. And I'm going to invite you to add a calf raise here at the top. So onto the toes, heels, toes. So because I've had to move the device closer, we're kind of losing the top of my body, but that's okay. You can tell what I'm doing. Follow along. Warming up here, into the heels, into the toes. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. From here, a few shoulder rolls, front to go back, opening up the chest. We'll reverse that circle, back to come front. Very good. Elbows wide. I'll show you from the side. Core nice and tight. We go flat back and right back up. Pull those elbows back. Slightly retract the shoulder blades. Waking up these hammies. And the low back gets a little bit of stabilization. We'll be here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, getting right into our work. And again, I apologize. I think the audio could be a little off. The view could be a little off. But again, I'm learning as I go here. We're going to grab a lighter weight and start today with what's called a wood chopper squat. So this is a weight that you can comfortably swing up overhead and use a little bit of momentum, a lot of drive through the legs. We could add some tricep work at the top. I'm going to leave that out today. So we're going to sit back, swing the weight between the thighs, and swing it up overhead. Nice strong swing, lots of drive in the legs. You can use whatever weight is appropriate for you to take into that overhead position. We're working our way to 15. Open that chest at the top. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Very good. From here, we are going to hit the floor. I have to remember to project my voice and get into a push-up that is paired with a shoulder tap today. So many different push-up variations we could do. I had to make a decision. So you can be on your knees, on your toes. So some people need an extremely modified position here in all fours. Others can come more toward a 45-degree angle. And then I have others that can be up here on their toes. I'm suggesting a wider grip if you're new here. So we bend and press, take a shoulder tap, bend and press, shoulder tap. Making our way to 12. Halfway. Two more. And rest. Very good. Sit back on those heels. Stretch everything out. And back up to standing we go. What you'll find is that push-ups, squats, both of these are going to get your heart rate up very quickly. I'm collecting my heavier dumbbells, and we are going to do a bent over row. I'm taking a staggered stance, hinging forward, abs tight, squeeze, really pull with the back, arms follow, and reset. Squeeze, reset. Abs are tight. I'm intentionally squeezing and holding at the top. Keep going. I'm going to turn to face you. Squeeze, hold. Making our way to 15. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Setting these down. Take a moment to catch your breath if your heart rate is up. Otherwise, you can grab a drink, Grab any of the equipment you might need. We're doing this whole sequence again. So wood chopper squat into a push-up with a opposite shoulder tap, or alternating shoulder tap into just a stationary bent over row. Grab a drink. We're going to go one more time. Again, if anyone can give me feedback on sound quality, that would be amazing. Here we go. Sitting back into the hips and swinging up. 15 reps here. Almost to 10. We drive through those legs for 5. Exhale, push, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Very good. Setting that down. Join me on the floor for your push-up choice. All fours, 45 degrees, or up on your toes. Inhale, bend, exhale, push, alternating with a shoulder tap at the top. Breathing. 4 more here. And rest. Sitting back, stretching that low back. Now, in an ideal world, with the stationary lunge, essentially, and bent over row, in a perfect world, you'd swap out which leg was forward. It's not the end of the world. If you feel more stable, one way versus another. Flat back forward, squeeze, hold, and reach. I'm going to turn to face you. Keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Coming up out of it, set that down. Get a drink. We are headed into a traveling squat with the intention to build some endurance in our legs. So essentially, we're at the bottom of the squat the entire time. Here we are at one end of the space or the mat. Just making a choice. Probably have space with this camera angle for about 3 reps. So we're going to go down and travel 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go right back. 3, 2, 1. If you have a band, like a loop, you can band your legs. It's a good time. Gift that keeps on giving. Back. Yeah, we have 2 more rounds. To the side. Take it back. And last time, traveling. And take it back. And rest. Awesome. Next, we're going to do a sumo squat or plie squat with an upright row. These are probably 2 of my favorite exercises that I do. I don't want to say too often, but I do often. So legs wide, weight in front of the body. We bend and pull up the front. Bend and strong pull. Compound movement. That's 8. We're going to go to 12. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Setting this down. We'll be coming down to the mat. I recommend a lighter set of weights. And we are pairing a little bit of core work with small muscle. I'll suggest that legs are out in front. Right leg stacked on top of the left. The weights are always in close to the body when we're changing our core position. So we're going to tuck and round, kind of recline to a challenging place. Squeeze the thighs in and together. Legs stay down, pushing into the floor. Flip your grip. Inhale, reach. Exhale, biceps curl. Reach, curl. So people tend to cheat by not fully extending the elbow. Making our way to 12. So we have 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. We're going to flip our elbows wide, twist into the front leg for 10, twist 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Shoulders down. Notice it's my torso moving, not my arms. And recover. Set those weights down. Keep your legs as is. Briefly stretch up and over. You may or may not reach your feet, no problem. Just stretch over the legs. Release the head. Little low back release, and up we go. In general, we want most of our static stretching at the end of a program, at the end of a class. But that said, when I work your low back, I do like to stretch it out. So, quick break. I'm grabbing my phone so I know what time it is. We're going to start this series again. All right, we're into our traveling squat. Sitting back into the heels. Here we go. To the side for 3, 2, 1, and pause. Take it back. 3, 2, 1, and pause. And again. Take it back. 2 more rounds. Stay nice and low. Booty back. And last time. Switch. So with that, we feel some heat in the legs, building muscular endurance. Excuse me, grab a drink. Sumo squat and upright row. Wide stance. Torso stays up. Thighs go wide and pull. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Coming down to the floor with lighter weights. I'm facing the other way to show you my working side. You have this time the left leg on top. Legs squeeze in and down. There is a tuck in the pelvis, posterior pelvic tilt that allows you to tuck and round back. We flip the grip, belly button to spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl for 12. Twice more. Then we flip the grip, So dumbbells together, elbows wide, shoulders down. It's a rotation into the top leg and reset. Rotate, reset. Spinal twist, not the arms. Up to 10. 7, 8, 9. That is 10. Very good. Sitting up. We set the weight down. A little bit of a counter stretch, meaning we want to release the low back. Release nose to the knees. And up we go. Next, we're transitioning into another variation for a stationary lunge. So if I think back on some of our previous classes, we've used weight, we've not used weight, we've lifted the leg to the back, extended the leg to the front, caught a balance, a few different variations. There's another one where we can twist at the bottom. So I think for today, I'm going to add some load and revisit our leg lift to the back. So I'm choosing to grab one of my heavier dumbbells, and I'll simply hold it in front of the chest. I think I'll show you on diagonal so you kind of get the best view. So ideally, there's this 90-90 position at the bottom, shoulders down, chest up. I drop straight down, transfer the weight, squeeze the booty, and reset. So down, up, lift, reset. This is a little bit more advanced due to the weight change and the balance, and then being able to very quickly find that great position again. So if you need to, alternatively, you just stay put. Two more gets us to 12. And then guess what? Continuing with our theme, I can add that rotation I mentioned. So down and hold, rotate into the front leg for 8, 7, 6, tummy tight, 5, knees don't move, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Recovering. Awesome. Shake it out. I don't know about you, but sweat check. It's happening. It's very cold outside. It's a little snowy in central Ohio, but we're heating things up in this conference room. All right. Weight static in front of the chest. Check out your alignment. So here we go. Down, up, lift, reset. Down, up, lift, reset. Two more gets us to 12. Awesome. Hold at the bottom. It's called an isometric hold. Rotate, waistline, reset, waistline, reset. You can have the weight in front of your chest or in front of your belly. Last 4, 3, thighs burn, 2, and 1. Release. Good. For the next exercise, you will need a chair or ottoman, a way to sit. If you're in a fitness center, use a bench. So why are we sitting? Well, takes the legs out, and you won't get quite the same assist from the legs, therefore concentrating the work, isolating the work. Concentrating is a better word, in the upper body. So I'd suggest lightweight. We're using the long lever. We're taking a seated lateral raise. Generally, this is tough for people to have a long lever. It's going to work your deltoids, your shoulders. So here we go. Up quick, down slow. Up quick, down slow. Super tall spine. Bring our way to 12. Stretched elbows. Last 4, 3, 2, that's 1. From here, I'm simply making an adjustment to give you a different view. Here we go. I would like you to see what my spine is doing. So my weights are in the way. Feet are together. I'll be hinging forward, weights hung on either side of the legs. And it'll be a seated reverse fly with this really nice squeeze in the posterior chain between the shoulder blades. So I mentioned that in some ways, these workouts week to week are progressing. So we've done it standing. What's nice about standing is you get that low back stabilization, but you do have a little bit of support from the legs. So now the legs are out of it, and we can really focus and squeeze and concentrate. You could potentially use heavier weight if you would want, but here we go. Soft bend in the elbows, squeeze, hold, squeeze, hold. So some people might say, oh, Katie, I think the standing option is harder because you are having to stabilize. But my perspective is the legs are helping you way more than you realize. Squeeze, hold. Depending on how heavy your weight is, you might want to stop at 12. This is 10. Or you might do more. I'm doing 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome job. If you need to stretch anything, you sure can. Otherwise, we clear the space. We go back to that stationary lunge with the leg lift back, or hip extension, we could say, and that twist. So clear the space. I need a drink. It is so dry in Central Ohio right now. Time check. Very good. We're going to finish this bout of work and then get into some of our core work and accessory work. I'm grabbing one of my heavier dumbbells. I'm setting up, staggered stance. Shoulders relaxed, abs tight. Drop it down, squeeze and lift, reset. 12 reps. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and hold it. Rotating into that front leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. So I have to tell you, hopefully you can hear me, there is the most beautiful cardinal outside my window. I mean, it is massive. It is like, it looks like the fattest, largest robin you've ever seen, but it's a cardinal. And if you are like me, cardinals might be special to you. Kind of tell you that someone's visiting you that maybe isn't here with us anymore. So that just spoke to me. Just wanted to mention it. It's beautiful. Here we go. Down, up, squeeze and lift, reset. Halfway, breathing. more. Awesome job. Drop and hold. Add that rotation for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Step up out of it. Set that weight down. Fetch your chair, or whatever it is you're sitting on, or take yourself there. My recommendation is lighter weights, at least for the lateral raise. You might make a change for the reverse fly. And again, I'm making a choice to have us seated so that the legs are less helpful. Here we go. And I really like the postural work that can sometimes happen seated because you have maybe a hyper awareness of the posture. So here we go. Up quick, down slow. This is 8. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We are now transitioning into a little bit of a hinge forward. Weights on either side of the legs. Soft bend in the elbow. Squeeze to the back. Controlled reset. Squeeze, hold, reset. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Set that down. We clear the space, grab a drink. I do a time check and get us onto the mat. Very good. All right. All fours, here we go. Let's actually keep one weight nearby. Why not pair a little core work with triceps? So one option is to be in all fours. That's what I'm going to suggest for today. In theory, could we be in plank? We sure could. But I need to teach you this first. So I might as well start here. So we're actively pressing the floor weight. It's called scapular protraction. Abs are nice and tight. I pick up one weight. I'm going to bring it up into my side. And I'm going to take a kick back and reset. Kick back and reset. These can absolutely be done standing. This can be done on a bench. I like that you're holding yourself up and the core is completely stabilized and kind of this 3-point stance. Again, eventually up into plank, sure, but you've never seen this with me before. So we start here. Good. We're going to hold it up and squeeze up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, that's 1. I spin around to show you the working side. You don't need to do that per se. Active, strong push. Pull weight up into the body, kick it back, and reset. The work is on the extension. So you want to pause on that straightening action and really hug the arm into the body. Out and hold it. Pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good. I'm going to flip us completely over. So where there's a plank, there's a reverse plank. But we'll start modified today. So you do have an option. You can be fingertips forward, fingertips side, or fingertips back. Unlike dips, you have a choice. So pick the grip that's best for you. I pretty much prefer forward because I like the bicep stretch. So we walk the feet in slightly, we drive through the heels, extend those hips high up to the ceiling. We do not release the head. We continue controlling the head. We gaze at our belly and we drive those hips up. Breathing and holding. A more advanced option would be to work with extended legs. Up to you. Holding 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Going up and over the legs. Release the head. And up we go. We're back to our tricep work. We'll do something similar. All fours. I should mention, if you have issues with a flexed wrist, your hand flat on the floor like this, you can make a fist, and that takes the fold out of your wrist. That said, over time, I would like to work you into an open grip because your wrists are healthier. But the wrists adapt over time, not overnight. So we have to get used to touching the floor daily with an open palm, and that'll get stronger over time. Core tight, up and in, kick, hold, and release. Halfway. Two more. That's be 12. Good. Now you're going to squeeze the arm into your body for 8, 7, 6, 5. Straight elbow. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. So the action is in tighter to the body, like from the armpit, and really squeezing the back of the arm. Spinning around to the second side, same thing. All fours. Strong press. Completely stable in the center of the body. Kick, hold, release. Couple more. Let's hold it here. Squeeze it in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Flipping over what looks like a tabletop position, or maybe a crab walk like we used to do in elementary school. I will start in the modified version of this. We'll work up or progress to some very fun progressions, or variations, maybe is a better word. So up and hold. And again, people tend to be here. So think of driving like crazy through those heels, opening your hips to the ceiling, supporting the weight of the head. Alternatively, more advanced, legs extended. You'll notice my ankles are extended. Some people, their feet are not that flexible, so therefore their toes might be up toward the ceiling. Holding 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. I like to roll over those hands, flip the grip, back of the hand to the mat, stretch that elbow, and shake it out. Little seated forward bend. And up we go. I have 2 more orientations I'd like to work in. So we're going to squeeze that in. So go ahead and join me on your side. Modified side plank. One of the things I take pride in is all the different positions that we train in, which I think creates a really balanced, capable body. So your option is an extremely modified side plank, which kind of looks like this, balancing from the knees. Pretty sure we reviewed these last week where we had one leg in front, press and hold. From there, the progression would be 1 foot in front of the other, 2 feet stacked, or only on one leg with one leg abducted. So I'm going to show that. I'm going to come up and hold. Most folks will probably be here. I do see a lot of this as well. I'm going to add this hip abduction, breathing and holding. Let's hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gracefully turn toward a plank, lower your knees, and stretch. We'll go into our adult tummy time. So onto your belly. We lift everything off the mat. Squeeze, hold, and reach. Squeeze, hold. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, that's 1. Counter stretch. Back into child's pose, the happy place. Now, previously my head was aimed this way, so you aim your head the other way. Knock out the second side. We are into our side plank. Either your modified version, one leg or both legs assisting you. We lift and hold. Super important to have the shoulder stacked over the elbow. Breathing here. 8 more counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Graceful dismount, I like to say. And release. Adult tummy time onto the belly. This time, arms wide like an airplane. Retract the shoulder blades. That will hover the hands off the mat. We lift everything, hold, and reset. Now you can squeeze your booty and your ankles together, but for some folks, that'll be too intense on the low back. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Hands under the shoulders, press the floor away, sit back. We'll add a shoulder stretch. So take one hand, flip the palm up, thread it through, look that direction. Same thing on the other side. Deep breath. Very good. Swing those legs around. Have a seat on your back side. We take the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Open up from the hip. Prop that bottom leg up. Open the chest. Deeper version would be lift the toes. So we're just going into a figure 4 hip stretch for this top leg. This can obviously be done seated in a chair, on your back. This is just the seated edition. And release, create some space, get that other leg on top, prop it up and in, thigh open, chest open. Option to lift the toes on the bottom leg. A couple of deep breaths here. And release. Turning to face each other, all fours. We take the legs very wide. Standing forward bend, reach around the legs, bend the elbows, draw yourself forward. Hands walk forward, reach one arm up, look up into that hand, and release, and twist, and release. Hands walk back again, walk over to one foot. The opposite hand Take that elbow and bend it slightly, bringing you closer to the mat. Walk to the other side, opposite hand to foot. Bend that elbow. Center, shorten the distance between the feet. Heel toe in, cat stretch, round the back. Shoulders back. Catch your balance and or use the wall or chair if you need it. Tuck that foot back, drop the knee down. Squeeze your seat to deepen the stretch. Gracefully transition to the other side. Pretty sure I'm out of time. So final stretch here. Stretch out your obliques a little bit. Up and over to the side. And up. Flip your grip to the other side. And up. Again, interlace the fingers, flip the grip, tuck it around the spine, cat stretch again. Big breath in, reach up. Open your chest. Roll the shoulders back and down. And that's a wrap. So I'm going to, out of time. I'm going to come up here and say hi. What do I want to say? Oh, I totally spaced and forgot the microphone today, if you're just joining in. So hopefully me shouting across the conference room worked. What else do I want to tell you? This was workout 10 to get archived or recorded live, I should say, and now will be archived along with the others. We have a lot of other content that you can consume. 2 seasons of a podcast, just getting restarted with the 3rd season, and I'll be going live next Wednesday with a new episode for season 3 of the podcast. We have some mind-body content, so things like guided meditations, relaxation, progressive muscle relaxation. These are things where you can simply listen to the audio content, close your eyes, have a little bit of mind-body practice right at your desk, or maybe even as you're trying to fall asleep at night. What else? We will be live. I think the way the holidays fall, I can go live every Friday this month. So no skipping out. And if you have feedback for me, I would love to hear it. So you can connect with me directly, Katie, Katy, at wellnesscollective.com. You can hop into the chat. What else? Pop over to our website, wellnesscollective.com. So I would love to hear from you. Thank you if you're getting this far through the program with me. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.